say A. From Toronto, for this one from north of the border, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the motto in Canada is We the North. There's only one direction the Raptors are going right now, and that is up.
Ed, I heard it all. Hustle over hype. Built for bought. North over everything. It doesn't matter what the battle cry is. This team is ready.
There's a great thing going on right now here in Ontario, and a great game to start right now. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Danny Green to Lowry. Beyond the arc for three. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Hayward. Serge Ibaka pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
To Leonard. Nice pass to get things going.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Add 2 points to the board.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry to Valanciunas. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here comes the screen. To Irving. Tatum. His first effort off the mark. To Ibaka. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
To Horford. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They lead it. 4-point game. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 2. That's what you want. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward gets it in the left corner to Jaylen Brown. Count it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Ibaka. And count the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Celtics have it. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Lowry. To Leonard. Jason Tatum. Huge block. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jason Tatum. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Danny Green. Deep two there, won't go.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
Terry Rozier at the line. First one goes down.
For the Raptors, number 7, Kyle Lowry. And number 3.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
To Hayward. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Hayward to Marcus Morris. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry to Monroe. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Boston with the basketball. To Rozier. Marcus Morris, strong finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
From long range. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Raptors have the lead. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense, or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
Yeah, I got to hedge the bet because I got to talk to the defense right now. You have to actually play defense on people to stop people in this league.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Leonard. You've got to get that one to go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
To number 23. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Fires the 3. Not that time. To Leonard. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Greg Monroe at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 70% free throw shooter.
I'm playing as Toronto.
One free throw counted.
The
It's a
Raptors
three-point
in
play.
this series.
And the lead up to 8.
And I'm following the playoff
Celtics
record
out.
of franchise mode. So I'm following the real bracket of which team is going to win. I know which team is going to win, but I don't always come out and say it.
DeMarcus
That'll mess
Morris.
up, the
He was
viewership
wide
for those
open.
that watch it.
And
But
it's
I'm
not going to be pretty
following
when they watch the video. Someone's getting
if
chewed
you
out.
go back and you watch the video,
You know what I like about
I think
this
Game
pass play?
5 that I
Instead
did
of
with the
putting his
Sixers
head down and forcing
and the
the
Raptors,
action,
go back to
he
video Game
patiently
5,
waited for the play to develop.
and you'll see my
The big
playoff
guy,
bracket.
Greg Monroe.
So
That's
all the
3 now
games
on 4 shots.
that I got going on right now with the computer
Well, they have
teams
such
playing
great
each
flow
other.
to their offense
And
this
then some
evening.
of
The
the
ball
teams I
isn't
play
sticking
at
to
some
one
of the
player
teams.
individually.
I'm
It's moving
following
around
the
the floor, zipping.
format.
They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
So,
DeMarcus Smart. Horford.
yeah, I'm following the right format.
The pass set it all up.
The Celtics
And
and
sometimes less
the
is more.
Raptors,
Keeping it simple
Celtics are
is the
number
best
3,
way.
Raptors are number 2, and I think that'll be close to real
Lowry
life.
to Monroe.
Toronto taking on
Count
Boston.
the basket
And I think
inside.
Toronto will be better than Boston.
Play is stopped. Timeout
At
Boston,
least this
as they'll
season.
take a moment to go
At
over
least
things
Toronto's
here
one
in
of
the
those high
second
teams.
quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm following the playoff format. So all the teams that you see me live stream today, those teams are actually supposed to play each other. So I'm following the round the league playoff bracket, which I'm gonna go back to that bracket, but to show you the bracket when it's done. But Golden State is getting ready to move on. They're leading the series 3-2 against Golden State is leading 3-2. Look like they're going to get past Houston. And Sacramento is leading the series 2-1. Minnesota just won
Changes
against...
coming from both sides right now.
Minnesota just won against Sacramento. Sacramento could have won up 3-0. Didn't go down that way. So
Sent a message on that one.
Sacramento, that game is still going to be a good series.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay.
Yeah, but
Free
Toronto
throws
and
coming
Boston,
up.
And as a defender,
I'm
you
wondering
cannot,
which team
I
will
repeat,
go up.
you cannot foul in the act of upward motion
Boston
into your
got
shot.
more weapons
Your
to
timing
me
needs to be better.
than the Raptors, but the Raptors got Kyrie,
First free
Danny,
throw is good.
Danny, and they also got Kyrie Leonard, man. So Toronto got a nice group of men. You know, Boston Celtics are tough, but Toronto have their number. Yeah, the Raptors got Boston's number.
And gets both to drop at the line.
And I can't see Boston getting past Toronto. Not at all.
Ball's controlled by Boston.
If they do, I'll be surprised if that happens.
Here comes the screen. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 3 in this first half.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. It'll stay Raptors basketball.
Right. I play as
Fred VanVleet. Lowry.
No. I
Shots no
play
good
by
there.
The most
the
important
playoff
thing a
bracket.
shooter can do is continue to
So
shoot.
basically,
The defense is
the
always going to
playoff
give great
bracket that I
effort,
play
but
with
it's
the
more of your
Sixers,
psyche that goes into
I
the next
follow
shot
the same
that will limit
playoff
you on whether
bracket
you
that
make
I'm
the shot or
playing
not.
in.
He
And
cruises in
whatever
for 2.
team
Too
wins
easy.
in my playoff bracket,
Jay,
I
you've
got to
known
follow that
Kyrie
same
Irving since he
format.
was a young man
So
growing
let's
up
say
in New Jersey.
Boston
He's overcome
and
a lot of
Toronto plays
obstacles,
and
chief
Boston
among them
wins.
staying
And I got to
healthy
make
and
sure
on the
that
floor.
Boston
Yeah,
wins.
and he's been battling injuries
That's
since his
in my
freshman year
playoff
of
bracket.
college. But the beautiful
Let's
thing about
say,
Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big
Lakers,
stage, making the game-winning shot in
make the
Game
Western
7. He will
Conference
continue
Finals.
to
I
do
gotta
so
follow my
when he
playoff
surrounds himself with great,
And you'll see my
inspiring
playoff
leaders
bracket
with the
when I
likes of
play.
such
You'll
Kobe
see
Bryant.
the playoff bracket.
Kyrie
playoff
Irving
bracket,
can't
I'm
ask for
actually
much more.
following
He's
that playoff
perfect.
bracket.
5 for 5 from the field.
And I already
the
know
ball's
which
in his
team's going to
hands,
win.
we all
I
knew
know
what
which
was
ones
gonna
are going to lose. But like I said again, if I tell it, I mess up the video. If I tell you who's going to
Basket
win,
good at the rim.
then there'll be no reason for me
Attack
to
mode isn't
live
a switch
stream,
that you can just turn
But I
on and
live
off. We
stream,
need to do more of that. We need
I
to see
do
him
these other
penetrate, get
teams
into
as
that
my
lane
own
and
little
create.
showcase, you know, to have other teams playing too. This is my own little creative thing, you know.
Can't connect.
So, you know, I don't really have to do it, but
Valanciunas.
this is something a little bit that I do.
Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
You know, I kind of like it having the other teams play,
Rozier into the front
and
court.
then also playing.
Now
You know,
down
I
6.
like that. You know, I like that simulation basketball mode.
Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. To Leonard. Here's a chance from long range, and Kawhi Leonard. Good on the quick release there.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Well, you know what? Yeah, what you say? You said, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so in real life, because I don't want the Sixers to face the Celtics in the playoffs. You know what? Hey, look, I might be giving a prediction, man. The playoffs that I'm giving here, I'm pretty accurate. Even though this is a video game, this NBA Live video game, they're pretty accurate, man, with playoff matchups. And if you look at the playoff matchups between the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, it's not too far off. There's a few teams that is unrealistic, like Phoenix making the playoffs. That's unrealistic. Phoenix Suns are not going to the playoffs. That's unrealistic. But all the rest of the teams in the West, pretty realistic. Lakers will be 8. They will be the 7th, 8th seed. Utah Jazz normally makes it.
Here comes some changes.
Boston Celtics makes it. Toronto makes it. I can see Toronto and Boston playing each other.
Wide open
So,
look,
you know,
won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where
could be
coaches
the
get fired.
matchup. Sixers
It's
and
great to
Toronto
have good offensive
in the
sets,
Eastern
but if you
Conference,
can't execute, then the
Those
play
might be the
was a
last
failure.
two teams.
Kawhi Leonard, terrific
You know,
shooting. He's
Indiana
4 for
Pacers should
5.
also have been in it.
Irving
They're the number
brings
3
the ball
seed
up
this
court
year, I think. Pacers. So,
to Jaylen Brown.
that's the only thing I think they didn't get right on this NBA Live. But overall, they're pretty accurate, man.
Shots in the lane won't go.
They're pretty accurate so far. The format is pretty good.
In scores.
Toronto Raptors, man, that's that
Well, when
team,
you play
man.
for each other, and
Toronto
not
is the
just for
team of the
yourself,
East, man.
that's when great things
And
happen.
if
You
we can
essentially
make it to the
lose
third
yourself
round, we're
in
going to
what
have
the
to take
team
on
is
the
trying to
Raptors.
accomplish. It's
The
called
Sixers, we
unselfish
got to take
basketball.
on the
And
winners
there's nothing more
of
beautiful
these
than
two
rewarding
teams.
your teammate with a nice pass and letting them
Right
finish
there.
for 2 or 3 points.
Woo! Brother, baby. And you
A
go
very
free.
one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Raptors certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half.
You know
It
what?
was
I
the
agree with you
playmaking,
there,
the way
MC
they
Philly,
gave
man.
each
I
other
don't think the
scoring
Lakers going to make the
opportunities.
playoffs,
That's
man.
really impressive.
Yeah, man, this is
I
not.
love seeing
Yeah,
unselfish
man,
basketball
this is
like
the first time LeBron won't be in the playoffs, man. That's interesting.
Have a look at the leading
LeBron
scores
James will not be in
for
the playoffs,
Toronto
so
Raptors.
you know, next year he'll probably be in the playoffs. Maybe next year, you know.
The Celtics did a
Yeah,
lot of
LeBron
things
don't make the
wrong
playoffs this
in
year.
that
That's
opening
something
half.
because he
The
always
way they
makes the
struggle
playoffs.
doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them,
So I don't
we'll
think
know
it's good
right
that he
away
moved
in
to,
the third quarter. These are
that
the
he
guys
moved to
getting
LA.
buckets for the Boston
That he went
Celtics.
to play with the Lakers, so.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics
So I guess
are
that's
struggling
that,
to
man.
move the ball and create good looks for each other. What makes it worse?
You know,
is their
LeBron
opponent
James, man,
isn't
not
having
making the
nearly
playoffs,
same
man.
Problem.
You know? Okay, Lakers are only what? They're 1 game down? Oh, they're 1 game below.
Lowry really showed up
500.
his
I
court
think they
vision
got
in the
about, what
first
do they
half.
got, 63
When
games
he's able to
in?
get the ball moving like
Lakers
that,
got about
his
63
team can be
games
tough
in.
to stop.
Lakers got a shot. I still think they can squeeze in, man, but they're going to have to go on a winning streak. They probably got like 16, 17 games left, man. Maybe 20-something
What can you
games.
say about a guy
19
like this?
games. So
Except that he
they're
fits
going to
the
have to
title
get some
of this
wins
segment.
under their belt, the
He
Lakers,
was definitely
man.
cold in
And
that first half.
they're going to come in the 8th seed, 7th seed. Between the 8th,
Here we
7th,
go
and
with the
6th
top
spots
3 plays.
in the West. The Lakers going to have to try to fight to get in there. Portland, Oakland, OKC, Houston. I don't know if the Mavericks are going to be in the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to be.
Number 1.
You got a lot of teams that's going to be trying to fight to get in there.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Into the front court, it's Irving. Down a bundle. To Horford. 4-3. Smooth part of his game. Al Horford drills the catch-and-shoot three.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Irving to Horford. Jonas Valanciunas with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Trying to cash in and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Celtics have it. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
There it is, Al Horford.
Okay, we'll get a
He's
little
3
dinner.
of 5, 60%
Right,
shooting from the field.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in the swing.
Get yourself together, you know. All right.
To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Shakes free and hits.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Lowry doesn't have the touch. No good. Brown into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Jonas Valanciunas swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening. Irving. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
With the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
That'll get out off the Raptors. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Irving with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. And the reward, he's going to the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let him play, ref.
Knocks down the first.
Substitutions.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Leonard to Van Vliet. Fires the 3. Fred Van Vliet locked in on that one.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving 3-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Oh, he missed a short one there. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Fred VanVleet. Can't miss those. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there. Utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Leonard. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. The big guy, Greg Monroe. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To Marcus Morris. Irving. To Hayward. Irving. To Marcus Morris. For 3, what can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making a shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
That's the end of the third quarter. The Raptors in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Nice finish at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Leonard to Monroe. Defense making the ball carrier work. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Irving into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Kawhi Leonard rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Lays it up and in.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard to Monroe. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Kyrie with the rock. To Marcus Morris. Greg Monroe sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. It down from mid-range.
That move, that was nasty right there. But look, if you don't want to defend him, let me know. I can get a 10-day.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Boston with the basketball. Irving. To Horford. The Raptors able to clear the board. Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Jonas Valanciunas sends it away. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down 11. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Knocked away. Was it coming down? Yes, it was. Goaltending. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 20, Gordon Hayward. Subbing in for the Toronto Raptors. Number 0, C.J.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Irving to Hayward. Boston with 4 to shoot. Irving. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I will be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Most definitely contact on that forearm during the follow-through. You have to give the offensive player a lot of credit. The concentration you need to make a shot after getting fouled, that's big time.
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he adds the free throw. Celtics have it. To Irving. Here comes the screen. Irving to Hayward. Irving can't go down. Smothering defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down big. Valanciunas able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Lowry. From long range, and Kyle Lowry still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To Hayward. Fires the three. Raptors have the rebound. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Raptors put together a nice win here today. And some people may disagree, but I think their ball movement was the biggest key to their victory. Still, I think we'd all agree that they made the defense look slow and confused throughout this matchup. The Celtics couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game drive. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Lowry, deep left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Proud City.
Off the assist.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Irving brings the ball up court. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw's good for Irving as he finishes off the three-point play, adding to the Celtics lead. Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Horford with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this. The legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
To Hayward. Jonas Valanciunas.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Into the front court, it's Irving. The score 10-8. Kyrie Irving, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Irving with the basketball. It's 12-10. The drive right to the basket. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
And the finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Irving. Here comes the screen. And draws the foul.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it.
Substitutions, Toronto. Substitutions.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Danny Green. Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Nothing going here on that drive. From the painted area, won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Leonard to Van Vliet. 4-3. Fred Van Vliet locked in on that one.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Kyrie Irving. He's now 5 for 6.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Hayward to Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward to Irving. And it's Monroe with the rebound. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Cash is in for 2.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Can't connect on the first free throw. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. First quarter's complete. The Raptors have the lead. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
Well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving.
Get over.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. From the outside, no good.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
It goes down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Leonard. Deep right corner. To Ibaka. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Al Horford has got 2 shots coming. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And hits the first free throw.
Entering the game for
2 for 2 on that trip. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Hayward to Marcus Smart. Horford knocks it down from mid-range.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Irving into the front court. Up by 3. Screen coming. To Marcus Smart. Wide open look, won't go. To Leonard. Baseline drive. Kawhi Leonard. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. Kyrie with the rock. To Marcus Smart. Able to convert inside.
The assist from number 11, Kyrie Irving.
Drive here, but the shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. At this juncture, he's shooting 60% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Number 9, Serge Ibaka.
Goes 2 for 2. Lowry into the front court. Down 5. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Fred VanVleet to Valanciunas. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Nothing going here on that drive. And a nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Gets a shot up off the mark.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Tough shot. Well defended. Here's Irving into the front court. Down a point. Not that time. Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Al Horford pins it. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Raptors in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Raptors have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics are still very much in this matchup. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The chemistry for each squad has been great today, and that explains the high assist total. Coming out of halftime, I'm interested to see what kind of defensive adjustments are made to limit the easy scoring opportunities.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Jonas Valanciunas, huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Horford. And he'll head to the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
For Boston.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Leonard. Has a chance. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Hayward. Tatum. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, are the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Goes to the right side. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Hayward to Horford. To Hayward. Fires the 3. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Kawhi Leonard. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. able to convert on both free throws. Hayward driving right to the basket. Shot by Tatum won't go. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Lowry. For three. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Can't get the bounce. There it is, Al Horford. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Leonard to Lowry. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot in.
Timeout Boston, as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 3, into the game for the Celtics. Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's shooting 71% so far. And he missed the free throw. Toronto has the basketball. Ibaka. Baseline drive. Runner's good there.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Here comes the screen. Irving to Hayward. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Ibaka to Lowry. Kyrie Irving tips it. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Toronto.
Count the basket at the rim.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Fred VanVleet. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you got to be you.
To Marcus Morris. Irving. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Gets a look. Can't hit. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Has a look. Irving no good with the shot there. The big guy, Greg Monroe. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. Deep 3 at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Raptors have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. They had the lead coming out of halftime. They were able to extend that lead in the 3rd quarter.
A lot of fans and players get consumed with the big plays, but the coaches love seeing their teams continuing to do the little things. That's how you increase the lead.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. The margin standing now at 7. And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Al Horford with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Celtics have it to Rozier. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Danny Green. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Danny Green trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. Rozier with it. Looking to make something happen. To Marcus Smart. Horford buries it on the catch and shoot.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up 3-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Brown with it up top. His guys down 3. The drive, right to the basket. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 101. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Van Vliet. Leonard to Ibaka. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Into the game.
To Hayward. Lets it fly from long range. And Gordon Hayward. Zero hesitation as he knocks it down for 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Here comes the screen. To Rozier. It was right there. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, they could have really used that one, but the shot's no good. Lowry with it. Leads a bucket. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Danny Green swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Monroe to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Goes to the left side. Tatum buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down to help. Quick skip passes equal threes in the bank.
Count the bucket for 2. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. That's going to be their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts the rest of the game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Kyle Lowry, that's his 4th personal foul. Team foul number 1. Toronto Raptors are in the penalty.
To Irving. Hayward. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Hayward. Court Hayward. That's how it's done. 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, is there a medic in the house? You need to get those ankles retaped ASAP.
Leonard to Valanciunas. Another chance. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together? Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
Kyrie with the rock. Jonas Valanciunas with the block. That's his 3rd block this evening. And they'll get the intentional foul. So 2 free throws coming up, and you figure 1 out of 2 could be enough to seal the deal.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Perfect feed to set up the basket. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win a close one by 2. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors emerged victorious after a tight finish.
And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics must be devastated after such a close loss. The number of threes they scored was astounding, but as we all know, the most important total is not the number of threes. It's the total number of points on the board, and they didn't have enough of it. Check out the leading scores for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.